Hey guys, Anthony here, Bibles and Barbells, Friday, January 29th, 2021. Tonight's video will be pretty quick. I'm just testing out a new webcam that I just purchased. I just want to see how it worked here. Just messing around with it. I want to see how the voice picks up and the video. I'm outside here in the shack, in the control center, and just doing some thinking after watching the events transpire since Joe Biden became president. I think you've seen in just this last week with the executive orders that were signed, the many things that he has changed and put into place. Thousands of jobs being lost. I mean, you could go and just do some research and see the destruction taking place every single day. The erosion of the country. You could just feel it every time that he's on and sitting in his office and doing something. You do not get a good feeling in your gut. At least I don't. And so that troubles me. What also troubles me is the amount of military still around the Capitol, the amount of security that these leaders think they need, or maybe they will need it down the road. Maybe they know something we don't know. The words coming out of some of their mouths is very, very unsettling. It's almost like they know the script already that's already written, and they just need to hire the actors and enact the script. What is the script? I think they're pretty, if you listen to them, they've pretty well stated what the script is. It's the white supremacy line that they use. It's the line that covers a good portion of the country, half the country. Conservatives, Christians, white supremacists, whatever you want to call them. And even though millions of people of color voted for Donald Trump for president. So my thinking is that they know something is afoot. They have their next play, their next piece of the puzzle they're going to put into place, and they're going to keep drumming up or better word, keep provoking, let's say, others, even now others in Congress and in the Senate that don't particularly agree with their view on how the country should be run. They're being demonized, they're being cast aside, if you will. It's almost as if you can see another government, or the government they want in control, versus the government that's in there now. They want to change it and modify it and make it something else. So, and then we're seeing that. And then if you're reading information about Agenda 21, the Great Reset, which I strongly recommend that you do, when you read that and you read about Agenda 21, you could see the pieces of the puzzle being put into place here and what they have to do. Of course they have to destroy the culture. Of course they have to destroy the middle class, put millions of people out of work, which has been in play now for well over a year. Of course they have to push the vaccinations. They have to push more control over us. They have to get us used to now wearing 2 and 3 masks and maybe taking an anal swab. So it's all conditioning. It's like when you're training. You see some of the videos I do on training. You do something today, tomorrow you build upon that. You do a couple of more pounds, you do another sprint, you do some more road work, you stay in the gym longer, you build upon the day before. And that is what's going on now. They're building upon one day to the next, building upon this new system that they want to put into place. Of course, bringing in illegals and diluting the country, changing it is part of the plan. If you read Agenda 21, taking over ownership and control of food production, distribution, electric power, everything consolidated. In Agenda 21, everything is consolidated, and you and I, John Q. citizens, if you will, are pushed into cities, into areas that they have set up, and you're forced to live there, and you'll either live there or you'll not be in their system. And you'll be cast aside, you'll be arrested, you'll be put in a camp, whatever you want to call it. You won't be part of their system. And so if you just look and listen, you could see that being built right now. You say to yourself, why is Joe Biden signing this? Why is he signing? Well, because of Agenda 21. They're beholden to the globalists who are pulling the strings and telling them what to do. I believe that, in fact, some say this is President Obama's third term. I say it's his fourth term. I believe he was much in control even while Trump was the de facto president. Barack Obama was president behind the scenes. He controlled a lot of the agencies, a lot of the machinations that were going on behind the scenes in all levels of government. My belief. You don't have to agree with me. You could feel free to comment on it, but that's my belief. And that's based on what I saw during the 4 years that Trump was president. Now, it could be just a big dog and pony show that everyone's doing to fool us, but it certainly looked like Donald Trump had a certain amount of power, but the real power was being wielded by the former president behind the scenes, who set up shop close to the White House in his own command center and just stayed in power behind the scenes. That's basically what I think happened. So moving forward, what do we do? Where do we go? How do we... Well, you're going to see them come now for, and you've already seen it, the call for firearms, all the bills that are being written now, the taxes that are being presented. If you just look at what other countries did in the prior century, before they outright confiscated guns, they put measures in order, measures in place, taxes, laws banning this, laws banning that, this restriction, that restriction, licensing, all these steps, and then finally a confiscation step. And then what followed after confiscation, almost in all cases, in all countries that did this, genocide followed. And so if that's the road that we want to go down, that's the road that'll be pushed in America, because that's what they're pushing now. They're just at the beginning stages of what they want to do. And the scary thing is they're enacting these things with rapid succession. So what do we do, or what do you do as a citizen, as a patriot, as a lover of this country? You have to understand what's going on. Oh, my heater just ran out. My Mr. Buddy just ran out of a tank. You have to understand what's going on, and you have to counter what's taking place. Excuse me 1 minute. Just had to shut that off. You have to counter It's like when you're in a boxing match, okay? And your opponent's doing something to you. He's throwing the jab. He's setting you up with the right hand. Now you're looking at and you're figuring out what he's doing, and you're trying to counter it, whether it's blocking, ducking, moving, skirting, and counter punching. You have to put all these things into, it's like a dance you're doing. You have to put all these things in rapid succession in your plan, in your fight plan, and you have to carry them out. So pretend this is a boxing match and you're fighting Mike Tyson, okay? You know sometimes he's going to be, most of the time he's going to come right at you and try to knock you out. Well, that's what's going on now. They're trying to knock us out, so we have to backpedal. Maybe we're on the ropes. We have to keep moving, is what I'm saying. You have to keep moving and changing your plan, whatever that is. Okay? That's how you have to be thinking. Be able to change your plan, put another plan into succession. A move is made against you, counter move. Whether it's offensive or defensive, you want to make a move. Okay? You don't want to give the opponent the upper hand and the chance that he may knock you out with the knockout blow. And then it's too late. So you have to make moves. You have to make moves, and you have to be thinking, but you have to be acting at the same time. Think, feel, and act. So based on what's going on in the country right now, you have to prepare your minds for action. How do you do that? First and foremost, on this channel, you'll hear me say, you must go to the Father in prayer, or just approach His throne and listen to what He tells you to do. Listen to guidance, spiritual guidance, because that's what's going to help you right now. And maybe you say, oh, well, I'm not spiritual. You don't have to be spiritual. Just open your heart and mind to the Father and ask Him for help and guidance and protection. I said it in other videos. He will not fail you, okay? Even though things look bleak, He will not fail you, okay? Our country's being surrounded. It's being changed rapidly. It's being changed into, they're destroying the middle class is what they're doing. Once they put the middle class out and under, small businesses that make up most of the employees in the country, once those go under, what do you have left? Just the bigs, the big box stores that you see now making records amounts of money, giving their people bonuses because they made so much money this year with the pandemic. Once they push the middle class under and have you beholden to them for money, for your every move, you have to counter that. You have to be able to counter that. How you do that is up to you in your situation. Whatever it is, multiple jobs, starting a new business, putting savings into money you've had saved, investing it into something that will last you into this next year, putting food reserves away. Whatever that is, you have to counter strike. Okay? So think about that today, this weekend. As we go into the weekend, I'll be trying to make some more videos. But I wanted to get this video out because I've been watching, observing, and then changing my plans and putting other ones into effect. And some are more urgent, some can take, one plan might have been here, and then after what I saw, I put the next one above it and ranked that one down lower. So I'm constantly making changes to the matrix, to the pyramid. So that's what you need to be doing. Think, feel, and act, and watch. Don't always believe what you hear on one news source. Check other news sources. Check are the ways that you get information, and understand that the overall plan is Agenda 21 or something like it, where we don't have our sovereignty, we don't have our Constitution, we don't have many of the freedoms that we have now, but we're in this big global mix with climate at the center, and saving the planet, and being a good global citizen, and not owning anything, and you'll like it. The Great Reset. Just go on and read some of their books. Go on their websites, and just a cursory viewing of what they have, you could basically see the outline of the plan. Okay, so that's my video tonight, testing out this camera. Hopefully it's good enough to post, and we'll be talking to you this weekend. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys. Stay ready. Anthony signing off.